Welcome back to the Actier Magic Channel. I'm Steve, the Actier. Today we're talking about Jetmir, Nexus of Revels. If you haven't seen him, go check him out. But we'll talk about him here in a second. After we mentioned, MTG On Command is doing a 10% discount code down in the description below to make these cool 3D printed boxes where you get a like a plate for your commander to actually be on the table in front of you. Very cool. I like them. Now, let's get into the video. Yes, that's why we came here, Steven. Please. All right, Jetmir, if you're not familiar, he is a 4-drop, 5/4 cat demon, all right, for Naya and a generic. He says, okay, basically, if you have 3 or more creatures, all your creatures get +1/0 and have vigilance. If you have 6 or more creatures, all your creatures get +2/0 and vigilance and trample. Then if you have 9 or more creatures, all your creatures get vigilance, trample, double strike, and have +3/0. So you're encouraged to play a bunch of creatures. So go wide, be happy. Now, and it's not an attack trigger, so it's just a static trigger. So anytime you put creatures in play at instant speed, those creatures are going to be instantly bigger. Okay, now this I think is the commander, I think, of choice for creature types that don't have homes. They're really good homes and in the Naya colors, right? And I thought, first off, Squirrels need some help. I mean, granted, they did just get Chatterfang, but this is a completely different build because now we're getting access to Naya colors. Well, Deep Forest Hermit and Deranged Hermit are both going to put 4/1/1s into play, and those Squirrels are going to get +1/0, which is really cool. Now, you have to pay the echo cost for Deranged Hermit, and whether you're going to do that or not is right? But they're both really, really good cards. Deranged Hermit's not cheap. It's like $100 and whatever card. Anyway, so putting out all these cool 1/1s, now if you have Deep Forest Hermit and 4/1/1s, Jetmir is going to basically give them +2/0 vigilance and trample. And Squirrels are already getting +1/1. If you happen to have any other Squirrels in play, now you're going to, if you get to 9, those green Squirrels are going to be like, what, 5 2s with double strike, vigilance, and trample. So play your Squirrels, be happy. And next we have Chitter Spitter. It's just for a green and tap. It creates a green squirrel token. Squirrels you control get +1/1 for each acorn counter on Chitter Spitter. And then in the beginning of your upkeep, you may sack a token if you do put an acorn counter on Chitter Spitter. Now, it's really, really good. I like it a lot. You can even sacrifice clues, foods, blood tokens, all the different types of tokens you can sack to Chitter Spitter. But that one for tap, create a green squirrel creature token is the best part of that card, let's be honest. Scurry Oak. Now, it says whenever 1 or more counters are put on Scurry Oak, you may create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token, and it has Evolve. So whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness, then this creature put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Now, Scurry Oak is mentioned because 1, it makes squirrels, and 2, it goes infinite with Ivy Lane Denizen. Scurry Oak says whenever you put a 1/1 counter on it, get a 1/1 squirrel, green squirrel. Ivy Lane Denizen says whenever another green creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on that on target creature. So you get a 1/1 green squirrel. Ivy Lane Denizen gives you a counter to put on one of your creatures. You target Scurry Oak, get another 1/1 creature. Get another Ivy Lane Denizen trigger, targeting Scurry Oak. Infinite 1/1s and a really, really big scary Scurry Oak. All right, next tribe we have are our Saprolings. We've talked about Aura Mutation and Artifact Mutation on this channel in reference to Jetmir before, but they both create saplings whenever you destroy the artifact or enchantment. Aura Mutation says destroy target enchantment, create X 1/1 green Saproling creature tokens, where X is that enchantment's converted mana cost. So we're encouraged to target really big stuff. Awesome. That's always the worst stuff. And then Artifact Mutation is a 1 green and 1 red. It says destroy target artifact. It can't be regenerated. Create X 1/1 green Saproling creature tokens, where X is that artifact's converted mana cost. Thank you. Just gonna blow up your thing, untap for my turn, play Jetmir, and kill you. Anyway, so more Saprolings. Let's talk about this. Okay, Night Soil, I think, is a useful way of getting more Saprolings. It's for 1, exile 2 creature cards from a single graveyard. Put a 1/1 green Saproling creature token on the battlefield. Yeah, for 1 mana investment, that sounds pretty good every time. Now, Selesnya Evangel is also really good because it puts 1/1s in play, but it can tap the 1/1s you already have. So for 1 generic and tap an untap creature you control, put a 1/1 green Saproling creature token onto the battlefield. just good. You're just going to have a much higher creature count as you go along with Selesnya Evangel. Now, the big boys, the bigger hitters, Mykolov is a 5-drop 4/4 Devour 2. As this enters battlefield, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. This creature enters battlefield with twice that many 1/1 counters. Okay, all right. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 green Saproling creature token for each 1/1 counter on Mykolov. What? Mykolov? What? So, if it's got 10 1/1 counters on it, you're getting 10 1/1s. Yes, please. Tendershoot Dryad is a 5-drop 2/2. It says ascend. If you control 10 or more permanents, you get the city's blessing for the rest of the game. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 green Saproling creature token. Saprolings get +2/2 as long as you have the city's blessing. You play Tendershoot Dryad, every upkeep you're going to get a 1/1, and then you're probably going to have somewhere in all that ascend. You're going to just have 10 permanents and get the city's blessings. All your stuff's going to get +2/2. So good. Now we have more ways of putting Saprolings out. Rith the Awakener, whenever it deals combat damage, you pay 3, you create 1/1 green Saproling creature token for each permanent of a certain color. You just choose the color, right? So if I have a bunch of green Saprolings already, I deal combat damage to a player, I pay 3, I get 10 more Saprolings because I have 10 green creatures, right? It's pretty good. Or 10 green creatures on the battlefield. Each permanent of that color, not permanents you control. Very cool. Now, Town of the Bloodsower is a very popular commander. For 4, it's a 2/2 trample. It says whenever she deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green Saproling creature tokens. So we're just going to get 1/1 counter, or sorry, 1/1 green Saprolings everywhere. Now, the next tribe, the last tribe I want to talk about, are insects. They don't get a lot of love, especially not in the Naya colors. But Broodhatch, Nantoku, and Saber Ants both give you 1/1 green insect creature tokens whenever they are dealt damage. And you get that many. So if they take 10 damage, you get 10 1/1 insects. Granted, your dude dies, but you don't care. Oh, you can just make him indestructible because it's Boros Charm or Rootbound Defenses. Yeah, block your 10/10, get 10 1/1s, populate. So good. So good. Next up, we have Xanid Swarm. These are just good insects. For 1, you get a green 0/1 flying in green, which is not common. Whenever it attacks, the defending player can't cast spells this turn. Thank you. Thank you. Stop doing stuff on my turn. Vorapede. It's a 5-drop 5/4 Vigilance Trample with Undying. It says whenever this creature dies, if it had no 1/1 counters on it, return to the battlefield under its owner's control with a 1/1 counter on it. It's just going to be hard to get rid of. And it's a big dude. And it's got Vigilance. Yes, please. And with... It's already going to get double... It's going to get double strike at some point in there. It's going to be gross. Next up, we have... Dragon Lair Spider for 6, whoa, double green, double red, 2 generic, Spider, 5/6 with reach. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. Please, cast all the spells you want. I'm going to get a bunch of dudes, and I'm going to kill you. Then there's Phyrexian Swarmlord. It says, it's a 6-drop, 4/4. It says Infect. Okay, it has Infect on its own. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a 1/1 green insect creature token with Infect on the battlefield for each poison counter your opponents have. So if somebody has 4 poison counters, you're going to untap and create 4 1/1s with Infect. It's gross. All right. Thank you all so much for coming out. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. It super helps me keep doing the thing I'm doing. Link in the description below for MTG on Command's deck boxes. I even have a video of me standing on one of these things in my local shop. They're pretty tough. I've broken one, but it kept working. Like it didn't like lose any functionality. But thank you so much for coming out. I love you guys. Bye. There's my button.